eastern and western sides of Melbourne are separated by a fascinating natural landmark, the Port Phillip Bay. It's the largest bay in the southern hemisphere, stretching across a massive 2,000 square kilometers. What makes it even more interesting is that down south, this vast bay connects to the open sea through a narrow passage just under 3.5 kilometers wide. And right there, they run the famous Queenscliff Ferry, a scenic shortcut across the bay. On the eastern side, you have got the beautiful coastal town of Sorrento, and on the west, the charming town of Queenscliff, just a short drive away from Geelong. This ferry ride not only saves time, it's an experience in itself. And today, we are hopping on the Queenscliff Ferry, crossing from the eastern side to the west, where our journey along the legendary Great Ocean Road really begins. In episode 2, we'll take you aboard the ferry and share our first camp experience on this epic road trip. So stay tuned, adventure awaits. Navigating through the cheerful, bustling crowd, we finally arrived in Sorrento, and it absolutely did not disappoint. This lively little town was buzzing with energy, cafes full of delicious food and wine, and families soaking up the sunshine on a perfect bright day. We had pre-booked our spot on the MV Queenscliff Ferry, and soon enough it was time to board. We were actually the second last to roll onto the ferry, just in time. After securing our car below the deck, we made our way up to the passenger lounge, ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy the short but scenic ride across the Port Phillip Bay. The lounge on MV Queenscliff is cozy, modern, and super comfortable, perfect for kicking back during the ride. The ferry takes about 40 minutes to cross Port Phillip Bay. It goes by in a flash. A lot of visitors actually hop on in just for the round trip, never leaving the ferry, just to enjoy the views from the lounge. Big windows line the space, offering sweeping views of the bay. So even from the indoors, you're not missing out on the scenery. But of course, we were not going to stay seated the whole time. We stepped out of the lounge and headed up to the top deck. It is totally worth it. The panoramic views, the fresh ocean breeze, and of course, the perfect spot for some epic photography. As we arrived at Queenscliff, the ferry docked into a sleek modern passenger terminal. Watching the ferry's bow open like a futuristic drawbridge was a sight to behold, allowing vehicles to disembark directly onto the shore. With our car back on solid grounds, we set our sights on our next destination. That's the Stevenson's Falls campground. Nestled in the heart of the Otway Ranges, this free backpacker friendly campground is a hidden gem for nature lovers. The campground offers 44 spacious sites suitable for tents, surrounded by towering Californian redwoods and situated alongside the serene Gellibrand River. Facilities include wood-fired barbecues, picnic tables, and toilets, making it a comfortable spot for campers seeking a rustic experience. One of the highlights is a short accessible walk to the stunning Stevenson's Falls, a picturesque waterfall that's just a stone's throw from the campground. The trail meanders through lush forest, offering a glimpse of local wildlife and the soothing sounds of river. We have found ourselves a perfect little spot tucked away in the trees, cozy, quiet, and just close enough to the river's gentle flow. One of the best parts of being out there here this time of the year are the long golden days. The sun takes its time setting, stretching the day into the evening with its beautiful warm light that makes everything feel relaxed and slow placed. It gives you space not just to explore, but to truly enjoy every moment. We took this one to slow down with a refreshing cup of tea. When suddenly I have spotted a cuddly koala perched in a nearby tree, eucalyptus leaves. It was completely unfazed by us, just living its best life. A magical little moment of Australian wilderness right at our campsite. Feeling recharged, we have left up and set out for the trail to Stevenson's Falls, a short, peaceful hike through the lush greenery. We're sure to make it back just in time before the light fades away. After the lights, it's the time for the dinner. As the dinner simmered over the campfire, the kids are gathering around the picnic rug for a good old fashioned game of cards with the grandfather. He is visiting us from a native country. Watching them connect and laugh under the fading daylight, it's one of those beautiful grounding moments that you can plan but never forget. After a heavy meal and some stargazing, we are going to call it a night, resting up for what's ahead. Because tomorrow, we're back on the road, heading to the first big stop on our Great Ocean Road adventure, the 12 Apostles. Stay tuned, the journey is just getting better.